Assalamualaikum, and a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Afrina Batrisyia binti Azri, and I am a Form 5 student from SMK Maran, school code 9164. And today, I would like to talk about one of my favorite books of all time, which is called Time to Heal. It was written by Nur Hafsah Hamid and published by Iman Publication on 2022. This book contained 231 pages, and the author had also recently written a sequel called Will You Stay? The main character of this book is a young man that goes by the name Hassan. He is a medical student studying medicine in Liverpool. But did you know, back when he was a child, he used to have an entirely different dream. He used to dream of becoming an architect alongside his twin brother, Hussein. Unfortunately, he has to learn the hard way that nothing good lasts forever. His brother, Hussein, had been diagnosed with cancer at a young age, and it wasn't long before he perished due to his illness. To abide to a promise made by him and his brother, as well as to help those in need, he switched his path to medicine. During his first day in Liverpool, he quite literally bumped into two young girls, Amy and Nisa. Amy scolded him for not looking where he was going, but Nisa simply brushes it off and was delighted to find out that all three of them are from the same country, Malaysia. He invited them to have a lunch with his parents, and they agreed. Soon, they become inseparable in no time. After a few years, they finally completed their studies and began working. They are still as close as ever, though they couldn't spend as much time as they used to due to their busy schedules. On one fateful day, he was late on a meeting and quite literally again bumped into someone. He apologized to them, but didn't stick around long enough to figure out that he had dropped his stethoscope. Through this encounter, he was able to meet Elena, a new member of his small family. Elena is a patient of heart disease that frequently comes by the hospital for a checkup. She gets along with all of his friends, and they even plan a picnic together just to hang out. That was when everything went downhill for him. Elena had died the day before the picnic, and not to mention, a precious patient of his had also died due to his illness. He was overwhelmed by all the losses he had to endure and almost committed a major mistake in his surgery. He took days off from work and locked himself in his house, which of course didn't go unnoticed by Amy and Nisa. When Amy and Nisa finally paid a visit to his house, they were shocked by how unkempt and messy the place was. They demanded him to tell them what had happened, and he hesitantly obliged. He tells them of his struggles to accept Elena's death, as well as his regrets for not being able to help his patient and his brother Hussein. They reassure him that everything will be fine and that as time goes on, he will be able to heal from his deep wound from the losses. This book ended with Hassan finally being able to say goodbye to his brother properly. One of the This book's theme has been made clear from the very beginning, which is to move on from the past. A person shouldn't dwell on something that has already happened, and instead focus on the future. Another moral values that this book contains is that we need a friend to share our problem with. Sharing our problem with our friends will make them happy because they can help us and they can carry the burden with us. After all, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Fear not, indeed, I am with you both. I hear and I see. That is a snippet from the 20th surah of Al-Quran, in the 46th sentence. This snippet was used in this book to tell us about one of the most important moral values in this book. One of the most important values in this book is that even though we have lost all of our loved ones, we need to rely on God. God will never abandon us or turn his back on us. And if we ever feel unsure of something, we can always turn to him for help. Thus, we have reached the end of my book review today. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you are willing to read this book, as it is very educative and just a fun read in general. Thank you. Goodbye.